Hey guys, Bill Comic Book University and Batman White Knight issue number one. I'm gonna tell you in advance that my throat, my voice gone. Just I usually don't even bother saying that when I do a video, but for this particular one, I'm gonna mention it because I'm gonna say some things that's gonna sound like I'm angry. I'm not. Just yeah, losing my voice. It happens when you talk a lot. So Sean Murphy is the guy who's doing this comic. He does pretty much everything on this comic. Pretty much. And he gets dangerously close with a lot of things. He makes some political commentary on both sides that, wow, just okay. So I think most of us have seen the previews. I got a whole lot of preview pages to show you because they released a lot about this comic. Now, I am a fan as much as I'm a reviewer, so I didn't look too much into this, and I didn't know that this was actually going to be more than one part. That says, to be continued. Not even to be concluded, to be continued. So, cool. This is going to be a several part issue. That's great because it's an incredible story, and I'm glad they're not just trying to ramrod us with a story and saying, here you go. No, they're actually giving us multiple parts to this Elseworlds. Basically, Batman has gone too far. When does he not go too far? But he goes too far even for his own purpose, and he shoves pills down Joker's throat. Now, obviously, Joker set all of this stuff up. This is all a setup, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it does appear as though he's cured. Now, here's the thing. When Batman shoves these pills down his throat, Joker says, listen to this, he says, I can't breathe. Now, you could go ahead and look up that case, that particular case that happened. That was a case of clear police brutality where every single person involved in the case has said, yes, this was a case of excessive force. Now, guys, I understand. I don't side with any political faction, so calling me whatever you want. First off, I was in the military. Screw you. You can't call me anything that I haven't been called by a drill sergeant and five surrounding me. That being said, there's also not one single politician out there who defines everything that I believe in. So, just for all of you, like me talking about this is something that's going to piss off a lot of conservatives. Whatever, this isn't the review for you. This probably isn't the comic book for you either, but you might think it is. Sean Murphy does a freaking, it seems to me like an absolutely amazing job of dancing around several different political viewpoints here, which is impressive. He actually used the term SJW. That's right, DC is getting into the fold. And he suggests that only an SJW, a social justice warrior, would think that basically that taking some pills would make the Joker a good guy when it all comes down to it, Joker has been the worst villain ever. And guys, inside or outside the comic books, he's right. He's right in the sense that Joker is the worst villain or the greatest villain, depending on how you want to analyze this. The Joker is the number one villain, not just for Batman, but period. Whenever you talk about who's the most awesome villain ever, it's the Joker. But on top of that, him suggests this is not him, but this is the one pundit on the one side on this news broadcast suggesting that only an SJW could think something like that. Interesting. The idea that someone can actually be cured of mental health. Now, if the Joker is playing, is screwing around, and he's just faking mental illness, and faking mental health in this particular case. And let's be realistic, how hard would it be for the Joker to really act like us? Really, how hard would that be? This could all be a joke. You know what I'm saying? This could all just be his most elaborate joke yet. Acting like he's cured, acting like he's like us, when he sees us as the crazy ones, So, yeah, man, this is a hell of a dance. If Sean Murphy shows the Joker to actually be a bad guy through and through by the end of this run, then that's something. What I think would be really cool if they showed that the medications didn't work, or at least left it in question. The medications maybe didn't work, or he was faking it the whole time anyway. Who knows? But we this addresses a lot about the Dark Knight, about Batman himself. Yes, he's absolutely cruel and unusual. Yes, he absolutely is a vigilante. Yes, he absolutely does recklessly endanger not just his Robins and Batgirl and all them. He endangers every single one of us every single time. Who's worse? So you look in the comic books from the very beginning. There were no supervillains, only regular villains, and Batman putting on a bat costume and stopping bad guys. That's what caused all the crazy people to come out, like the Joker and the Penguin and all these people. That's what caused these guys to come out. These people didn't exist until Batman came along. So this is a great commentary on who the Dark Knight really is. Guys, I'm going to give this comic an A. And it's tentative. I'm ready at any moment to drop on this and just be like, nope, nope, that's it. All of a sudden, this whole comic book sucks. If it turns out that Sean is just pulling something where he's literally trying to make a social commentary on one side. I like the idea that he is somewhere in between. In the middle, maybe, maybe not. How do I know? He's not saying anything. But he is somewhere other than on one of the far extremes. He's not on the extreme left. He's not on the extreme right. So seeing him comment on both extremes is pretty impressive to me. It's pretty impressive, and it's dangerous, and it might even be considered dastardly brave. So I'm going to leave the comic at that. I'm going to let the comic speak for itself. Guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.